Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to start back doing my trade breakdown of the trades that I took during the day. I have this fresh express account here, and each and every trade that I take, I'm going to be breaking them down, and this I'll be using as a journal to journal my trades and to keep myself accountable, to review my trades and so on. And I'll be also sharing this with you guys. If you remember, when I just started doing this trade breakdown, I use the highs from 7 o'clock. From 7 o'clock, this line here represent the line from 7 o'clock. I mark out the highs and the lows from 7 o'clock a.m. New York time. So I'm still using these lines. I just modify them, the strategy a little more, and I'll be breaking down the strategy that I'm currently using in this video. And as I told you guys, I have this new 50k express account that I activated today, and each and every trade that I take on this account, I'm going to be breaking it down for you guys and as a journal for myself, to journal my trades and to review my trades and so on. I've not gotten a payout as yet from any firm. I'm still working at it, and hopefully you guys will see the whole process of me getting a payout, because I'm going to be documenting my journey. So guys, if you want to follow me, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, help me in this journey, give me tips and so on. I am open to taking tips and so on in the trading, and because that is one thing I want to do, is get profitable. Don't mind my accent, don't mind my English. I'm from the small country Dominica in the Caribbean, so that's how we normally talk. So don't mind my English. I don't want to hear anybody in the comment tell me about my English. That's just the way we talk in the Caribbean, in Dominica, Commonwealth Dominica, that is. So guys, this strategy now I've implemented the 8:30 open and the Tuesday open, which is the 12 o'clock open. So when I come into my chart, that is what the things that I do is mark out the 12 o'clock open, the 12 o'clock open, 12 a.m. open right here. Each day I mark that out. That's one of the first things I do. I mark out the 8:30 open. That's the next rule. And I mark out the highs and lows from 7 a.m. in the morning. I mark out the highs and lows. So I'm take out a few in this stuff on the chat. Okay, so guys, that's what I do, and I wait until 9:30. I don't trade the pre-market. I only start trading at 9:30 when the market is open. So guys, so one of the rule is I look for price. I normally want to see price above the both open. I want to see price above the both open. That means if we are above, we are expensive, we're in a deep premium. If we are below, the both opens, the 8:30 open and the 12 o'clock open, the Tuesday open, that means we are in a deep discount. The next thing that I want to see is a gap, an open gap like this gap here, in the direction price above. If the both open are below, I want to see that we have gapped up. So that's the next confluence that I'm looking for. If we gap up, normally the gap is going to be filled, and we are going to be moving down towards, if we are above, we are going to be moving towards the opens. So next thing again, I want to see if there is a gap, if there is liquidity, if there is a fair value gap towards the open, the 12 o'clock open. I want to see price drop to that. So first thing that I want to see is that price take the highs. If I'm looking for price to move, if I'm looking for price to move bearish, I want to see price take the highs of the 7 o'clock highs that were made from 7 o'clock. I want to see price run that high and then give me a reversal pattern, normally a breaker, and then start moving down towards the lows and towards the open, normally most likely the 12 o'clock open. So this trade that I took today, but it was on the practice account that I took this trade. Not on the practice account, but this failed 50k account combined that I had today. I took this trade on it. That is an example of the model. So price, we had news. The next thing, we had news at 8:30. Normally when we have news at 8:30, the news already took off the highs that I mark out at the highs after 7 o'clock. This was a news candle, it took it out. So normally the trading after the news that occurred after the news, we disregard this. So all of this price action here, I would normally disregard. All of this price action here, I would normally disregard. From 8:40, if it had taken the highs, I would disregard this price action. So I would disregard this. So this morning I came in bullish. I had a bullish bias on price this morning. But what made me take this short is my model. My model made me take this short. This short position right here. This one right here. As you can see, I took one contract right here. One micro. So at open, we were right here. This is 9:30 right here at open. So we already taken the news candle had already taken the high that I mark out from 7 o'clock. Then price from here dumped straight down. Price dumped, going towards what? To fill the gap here. Price open, we had this gap between here at open to fill this gap, and where to the lows, the marked out lows, and to where again? The 12 o'clock open. We are above the both opens right here at open. At market open, 9:30 open, we are above. They're both open. So where are we looking for price to go? I was bullish, so I was looking for price to move down before moving up, and that is exactly what price did. It moved down, but what it missed the 12 o'clock open. It missed the low. And the next rule again, if it could have taken the low on NQ and miss it on ES, that would have given us a what? At SMT. It would have given us a SMT if it had taken it on ES and miss it on NQ. So, but then we traded down here, didn't take these lows. We are looking for price to take the low because we were bullish, and then reverse and go back up, start back trading bullish, because our bias for today was bullish. But I still end up taking a short, which played out very nicely. So after we missed this, we came into a few points of taking the lows. We start displacing up, but I didn't like to see this equal lows that price had made, and plus it didn't take the lows. So I was still looking for price. To go back down to take these lows. So when I saw price displaced up, leaving the lows intact, my mindset was price needed to go back down to take these lows. So we traded up on ES here. I took a long. When I saw that we made the first presented gap right here. First presented FVG right here was created after we moved down and then move up but I just had this feeling that price wasn't finished with down here. So at the back of my mind, I was still looking for price to tip its hand that it wanted to go back down to take these lows before going back up. So price, and again guys, we had a yellow folder news at 10 o'clock. Our next rule is, if we have news at 10 o'clock, wait for 10 o'clock. The best trade, the easiest trades come after 12 o'clock with your bias in direction to your trade. And that is what I didn't do here. I still have a problem in doing this. When I see these nice setup before 10 on news, or I tend to still take them. But this was shaping up beautifully. As I told you guys, I was bullish, and I see this beautiful move down, sweeping liquidity here, sweeping liquidity and displacing back up. Created the first presented value gap. And when I saw this displacement, I was still hesitant in taking this long on ES. I took it on ES, but when I saw that price made the first presented fair value gap and then made SMT, as you can see, this low, this took out this low, and it didn't on ES. When I saw that it did not take this low on ES and it displaced up, leaving a fair value gap, I had my stops at the middle of this first presented fair value gap. When I saw that price did not take this low and displace up, giving us this fair value gap, I took 2 contracts here with my stops here and was looking for price to go up. But price did move up for a while, but it moved up very slow. As you can see, it was very choppy. Price was waiting for the news. Price was waiting for the news, so it chopped around. As you can see, it showed more on ES. That was time distortion. It price chopped and waited for the news. So when I saw that price pushed up, it went into this 1 hour fair value gap at news here. When I see price push up back, I placed my stop at break even because I wasn't confident in the longs. So when price hit this 1 hour FVG, this was the news candle, I think, at 10 o'clock. As you can see, 10 o'clock, as I told you guys, the best setup come after 10 o'clock news. Don't trade if we have news at 10 o'clock. Don't trade before 10. Don't trade before 10. The best setup coming after 10. So we had price went up, we took out this line is London highs, and at 10 o'clock we traded into this 1 hour FVG, and then we started displacing down towards what? Towards the lows that I had marked out at after 7 o'clock, and towards what? Towards the 12 o'clock open, towards 8:30 open, and to fill the gap. So it took me out at break even on this trade because I had placed my trade. I had placed my stops at break even. I placed my stops at break even on here because I wasn't confident in the longs because we haven't taken the lows that I had marked out after 7 o'clock. So when it took me out on ES and price made this SMT, where again price made this SMT as an area of interest at this 1 hour FVG right here, the 4 hour FVG right here, we made an SMT. This is an next confluence for a trade, for your trade. So after we displaced down, as we had a change in state right here on ES, a change in state of delivery, we closed below and then we traded up. I took 1 contract here. I was waiting for price to come back into this fair value gap here to take a next contract, but it didn't come back up. It just dumped straight down to the 12 o'clock open, and the lows that I marked out after 7 a.m. this morning. This was the low after 7 a.m. this morning that I marked out, and price moved to that beautiful delivery of price. I targeted 1 to 2. I target a 1 to 2 RR, and that was hit perfectly. Then after I didn't take this trade, this other one, but there I could maybe have gotten break even. I maybe would have gotten break even when price moved back up, retraced up into a 5 minute FVG right here. I'll show you on this chart. Move back up into a 5 minutes FVG. We had SMT. We have ES failing to reach this FVG on the 5 minute, and NQ hitting it, and then on the 1 minute we had an inversion. I think, yes, we had an inversion, and 1 minute we had an inversion, and then price retested that inverted FVG. So this would have been my entry right here. Stops above the high, and I would have targeted these lows, what price would have missed it. We'd have gotten a 1 to 1.8 RR, and as I told you guys, I was bullish from there. When we failed to displace lower, price continued bullish. So guys, this is the model, and if you want to learn more about this model, subscribe to the channel, follow me, like, comment, subscribe, because I'll be breaking down this model further, and I'll be showing you guys the trade that I take using this model. Peace out.